Dragongate's biggest annual show, Kobe Pro Wrestling Festival 2024, also known as Kobe World, is now upon us. It starts on July 21st at 3 p.m. Japan Standard, 6 a.m. Greenwich Mean, 2 a.m. Eastern, and 11 p.m. on July 20th for Pacific. But first, the background music you're listening to comes courtesy of Rookie. I'm always kind of amazed when people like my content this much, so huge thanks for making this track and sending it to me. Now without further ado, here's the card. Koto Minoura vs. Madoka Kikuta. Last year, Kikuta named Minoura as one of the Reiwa 6 New Generation leaders, but Minoura still hasn't broken through to the top since then. He did win last year's King of Gate, but he lost the title shot to Kikuta himself, and after that he's lost a lot of big matches, including a hair match against Yamato, which Minoura demanded. So after Minoura went to a time limit draw with Mochizuki Jr. at the July 7th Osaka show, Kikuta confronted him and asked why he wasn't living up to his potential. He challenged Minoura to a match, which will open the show, so it'll be free on YouTube. So Minoura could either prove himself here, or this could lead to something bigger, like a possible heel turn or reshuffling of Gold Class. Either one would be a long time coming. 8-man tag, Takashi Yoshida, Problem Dragon, Punch Tominaga, and Ho-Ho Lun versus Shachoko Boy, Ryo Fuda, Daiki Yanagiuchi, and Ryoya Tanaka. This is the requisite get everyone on the card match, because everyone here is either in a low position on the roster or is one of the rookies from the last few classes. It's a little weird that they put Shachi in with the rookies, and they didn't put Ho-Ho Lun in a match with Kung Fu Masters since they are in Kobe, because this could have been an interesting low-card veterans versus rookies match. One possible bright spot here could be a big win from the rookie team, especially if they're actually going to do anything with Fuda or Daiki, which is already well overdue, especially with the 2024 class set to debut in the latter half of the year. But unless we're going to see them recruited to units, this is mostly filler. Yosuke Santamaria and La Estrella versus Kai and ISHIN. This is interesting for a few reasons. With the All Caps team, Kai is probably the next to turn, but he could very well stick it out with Zebrats for a while longer. And ISHIN has been gradually bulking to become one of the bigger guys on the roster, which is definitely not where I saw him going a few years ago. Yosuke and Estrella are both part-timers, and both have strong ties to Mexico. Yosuke seems to be Kobe only now, and I'm not sure how long we've got Estrella before he returns to his permanent excursion, but this should be a fun team. There isn't really a reason for this yet, but I imagine they'll build something on the Kobe show the night before. 25th Anniversary Commemoration 10-man tag. Ultimo Dragon, Don Fuji, Yasushi Kanda, Suzumu Yokosuka, and Kagetora versus Masaki Mochizuki, Genki Horiguchi, Kenichiro Arai, Super Shisa, and Konomame Ichikawa with Chocoflick Keiichi. This is a straight-up classic Toryumon match to celebrate the 25th anniversary, so get ready for some deep lore. Ultimo is, of course, the founder of Toryumon, Kanda and Suzumu are original M2K, Fuji is original Crazy Max, and Kagetora came up in Toryumon X. On the other side, there's the veteran ace Mochi, original Toryumon mainstays Genki and Araken, the return of Konomama Ichikawa to major shows, and the returning Super Shisa, who hasn't been seen in Dragongate since 2022, but was Ultimo's first graduate Saito way back in 1996. In their corner, they'll have another blast from the past, Chocoflick Keiichi, originally known as Chocoball Kobe. He retired from the ring in 2001, but I highly encourage network subscribers to go back and watch some of his old stuff on the Toryumon Digest episodes. He was really fun to watch. Open the Dragongate Championship. Champions Natural Vibes, Strong Machine J, Big Boss Shimizu, and UT versus Challengers Gold Class, BB Hulk, Minarita, and Mochizuki Jr. This match came together at the July 7th Osaka show when Mochizuki Jr. officially joined Gold Class. This is an interesting one for Gold Class because BB Hulk has only been around sporadically, Minarita just returned from a long injury hiatus, and Jr. is brand new to the unit and just returned from excursion. Meanwhile, Strong Machine J is still trying to solidify his position as the new leader of Natural Vibes, with UT and Shimizu adjusting to the regime change. I expect Vibes to retain here, but still have a strong showing for Gold Class, and then hopefully a nice push for Junior throughout the summer, possibly even returning to the Ryoto Mochizuki name. Open the Bravegate Championship. Champion Hyo versus Challenger Dragon Daya. In June, after Hyo defended the Bravegate against Flamita, he named his next challenger as Dragon Daya, because as Dragongate's top middleweight, Hyo was jealous that Daya was picked over him to be in New Japan's Best of the Super Juniors tournament. Hyo also wants to break Pac's record of 11 Bravegate defenses. But these two have other history as well, because Dragon Daya lost his Bravegate championship 2 years ago to Hyo at Kobe World 2022. This could be a show stealer if it's given enough time, because their ring interactions recently have all been pretty great. Open the Twingate Championship. Champions Not Hug, Dragon Kid and Naruki Doi, versus challengers Luis Monte and Jackie Kamei, KZ and Flamita, and Shun Skywalker and Jason Lee. If the Bravegate match doesn't steal the show, this one is almost guaranteed to. Last month, KZ pinned co-champion Dragon Kid in a trios tag, so KZ and Flamita challenged Not Hug for their titles. But since Big Hug and Zebrats also both have non-title wins over one of the Twingate champions on other shows, they both challenged Not Hug as well. This led to Dragongate GM Ryo Saito setting up a 4-way elimination tag match. Will Dragon Kid ever get his hug from Doi? Well, Doi says Not Hug is over if they ever do. Seriously, Dragon Kid, seek your approval from other sources. Open the Dreamgate Championship. Champion Ben-K versus challenger Yamato. At the June Korakuen doubleheader, Ben-K won the Open the Dreamgate Championship on Night 1, and Yamato won the hair versus hair match against Kota Minoura on Night 2. After the latter happened, Yamato challenged Ben-K to a title match, stating that when he was taking a back seat and staying out of units for a while, Yamato realized what Dragongate's main event scene was lacking. Yamato. Ben-K accepted the challenge, feeling like Yamato was belittling the Reiwa 6, and because he dishonored Ben's tag partner by refusing to shave Minoura's head, telling him to do it himself. Gold Class vs Paradox could be a hot summer feud, and you're likely to get more of a mat classic here than a high-flying showcase, with Ben-K's power versus Yamato's grappling. There are a couple more shows coming up after I post this, so if there are any matches or card changes, I'll put them in a pinned comment down below. Thanks for watching.